Welcome to Monday Mental. I want you to begin with awareness of your breath. And many of you in the room know the breath work. Some of you, it's new. So just watch the breath coming in and out and slowly through the nose and count to an approximate 5 seconds and then let it go through the nose 5 seconds and just bring that in. And as you do that, just notice that you're taking control. You're taking control of much more than just what appears to be the breath. You're taking control of your chemistry. You're taking control of your state. You're oxygenating your brain. You're balancing your pH into a beautiful balance between alkaline and acidity. So you're bringing yourself into a state of, I'm aware, I'm here now, I'm ready for the week. As we go through this breath and just get yourself into, it's like limbering up before an event. You're just getting yourself present. And that means everything that happened on the weekend and everything that happened in the past, both tense through to bliss, just gets put there and allowed to be there. And you can bring your awareness into now, which is all you really have control over. And that's the essence of that, is that as you have control over you, you have your control over your response, and you have control over your response to the events, the ones you intend to enter into this week, and the ones that will surprisingly turn up. The ones you want, the ones you don't want. And your response to them dictates their reciprocation, their transformation. So you responding is key. And as we get ready for the second stage of breathing, as you take control of your presence, your state, who you bring, as you imagine walking into a room, a boardroom, you walk in, and who you walk in as is pretty much going to be the experience you have. The events can be easily construed as they're causing my experience. Your interpretation of the events and your response to that interpretation is the experience you have. And as you really get that, you get to learn that being the custodian of your presence is key. Not only custodian of your external world, your material possessions, your assets, you're a custodian of your response and your relationships. You're a custodian of your emotional predisposition. You're a custodian of the food that you put in your body. You're a custodian of your management of self. There is the transition from it's happening to me, and I know each of you is in varying degrees of that. So there's still part of us that is feeling affected by what appears before us as circumstance, and there's a part of us in responsibility to our response to those circumstances. And moving from blame, attributing to the external, others and or situations, to I am responsible for my emotion, my mood, my behavior, my movement, my actions, my inactions, where I put my attention, where I put my awareness. So as you just breathe slowly, allow yourself to bring your awareness into, you're looking through your senses, like you're looking through a telescope, microscope, to the galaxy of everyday life. And as you do that, I want you to notice you're pointing that microscope. You're pointing it, and then where you point it is where your focus is, and then you respond to where your focus is. So as you do that, taking custody of your response is probably the most powerful way to influence the world around you, both enhancing that which is magnificent and influencing that which isn't magnificent. So as you scan your world sitting there now and look at the continuum of magnificent through to not magnificent, notice it with awareness rather than being attached. Just allow yourself to see it, look at the bliss, the joy, the great results, and just go, yeah, good job. How neat is this? And then look at them and just allow yourself to see it and know that you've caused that somehow. You've been a part of causing that amazingness through your previous responses to certain focuses. And then allow yourself, without attachment, to look at the drama, the dishevelment, anything that isn't working, hasn't worked, doesn't work, don't know what to do, the unknown, and just look at it and notice that is somehow, I know this is a paradigm shift for some of you, somehow you are helping cause that drama through your dramatic response to whatever the event appears or has become in your life. And as you look at that, come into awareness, look at it. And then as you do that, breathing into it, make a decision, no matter how much out of control it might appear, or impossible, or you've never had it, or you never, whatever it is, as you look at it, notice your outcome, what you actually want to cause in that space. And then just make the decision and breathe into it. Now look at this week before us, between now and next Monday, through those eyes and focus on it. Like you're looking through the telescope, and bring the telescope around to look at this week in the way that you choose it to become. What do you want to cause? And then go, who do I need to be to cause that? Where's my state of emotion? Where's my breath? Is it easy? Is it deep? Is it present? Where's my emotion? And then check, what am I eating? What's my actions that I choose to take this week? Who do I need to engage? And then look at it. And now we're going to do the bigger breath. So those of you that know the breath, go into the Wim Hof style, big breath, 30 breaths or more, pulling it in and letting it go. Into the gut and then go. So pulling it in and then letting it go. Just let it go to where it goes to rather than pushing it all the way out. And then if you get a bit lightheaded, a bit dizzy, a bit tingly, that's cool. That's good. So pulling it in, letting it go. 30 breaths. And on the 30th breath or more, let go of the breath and then hold on the out breath. As long as you can without force. And as you do that, bring your attention to this week and just notice your awareness of you. You're the athlete. You're the performer. You're going to walk on stage. You're going to walk into the podium. You're going to walk onto the platform. You're going to walk out to where you put your foot on the blocks and the 100-meter dash. You're going to walk out to the longer run or the swimming laps or the climb, and just get yourself ready and bring the breaths and center yourself. And notice that as you do this, bringing it in 30, 40 breaths in and hold on the out breath, that you're readying your center presence. You're taking absolute control. And as you hold, sit in the stillness of the hold and put your attention on your heart. Your heart is the place where you inspire, where you passionate, where you're driven, where you're connected to love, where you're connected to compassion, inspiration. And just hold that breath. And when you're ready, when you've done enough, breathe in, hold for 10, 15 seconds, and then run another round. As you do this, you're increasing the norepinephrine, the neurotransmitter that deals with stress. You're increasing the balance in the pH, acidic alkaline balance. You're oxygenating the cells. You're waking your brain up. You're getting your brain ready, present, clear. Because you're serious about what you want to cause and influence. And I'm going to say it again, even though you know this, your response to what you walk into this week is the experience you cause and the result. Your response to it is what causes the results you get. Events are just events, no matter how rugged they are. Your response to the event causes the results. So panic causes panic. Anger causes reciprocal anger and rage, stimulates the space into dishevelment. Calm creates calm. Stillness creates stillness. Focus creates focus. And as you cause it and practice it into a laser focus and do the next breath hold, sit still. Be aware. Where's my emotion? Where's my center? If you feel tingling in your body, just notice you're taking control. Most people on the planet do not take control in this way. They're affected by the events and circumstances, and they're pushed around by them. What a fucking terrible day. Thank God it's Friday. Oh my God, I'm anxious. It's Monday. All of that. They go into this place, run another round now. So as you all do this, just talking to those that don't know the breath, pulling it into the gut and up to the chest, to the top, let it go. Get it through to the 30 or 40 breaths. Go into the out breath. Hold and sit in the stillness. This is taking control of your state. We all know that in high performance sport teams, at the highest level of high elite performance, everybody's extraordinary in technique. Everybody's fit. Everybody's on. The thing that is the difference at that level is your ability to take control of your emotion, your presence, your breath, and stay focused without being influenced by what's happening in the court or on the field. This is life. The mastery is to master yourself and then focus your vision on where you want to pay attention to and then respond to it with mastery of your state. And as you do this, I'm going to get you to, when you're ready, just put your hands up and let me know when you're ready for the next round, and I'll guide it. Let me see your hand. If you're not ready yet, wait. It's cool. Thanks. Okay, good. So this time we're going to do it slower. So I'll show you. It's pull it in. Close your eyes and put your attention on your heart as you do it. Hold for those when they get to the 30 or so. And sit in the stillness when you're ready. And just hold it. You'll be surprised how long you can hold it now. You're in a place where you've got the oxygen you need. Your cells are satiated. Your body's alive. The chemistry's in balance. Just sit in the stillness and allow yourself to bring your attention to your focus, and then choose the micro focus. Choose the actual outcome that you want to cause this week. The external one, and then the state you need to be in to facilitate it. And sit in that place. With practice, you can get up to 3 or more minutes in the hold quite regularly. I do it every day. And when you've held it enough and your body goes, I need to take air, breathe in and hold for 15, 20 seconds. And then go to a normal breath. Imagine doing this as your reset. So during the day, just take a few minutes and reset. The boxer goes to the corner. His team, wash him down, give them water or whatever it is, electrolytes. And just talk to them a little bit. Just remind them, come on, it's okay. No matter where they are in the ring, where in the fight. And then they get ready, then they go back out again. They do their thing, and they come into the corner and get readied. The athlete, the track runner, before they get on the blocks, they do a little run up and down. Then they stand, they breathe, they do their little thing, their little dance or their little sort of anchor. And then they go to the blocks and they put their head down and they close their eyes and they focus in. And then they look up and they look at the destination. And then they're ready and then they prepare. And then the gun goes and they are in. They are when nothing else exists. So your ritual in the morning, your meditation. So now close your eyes and just go into a gentle, easy breath. And just imagine entering a stairwell. And as you descend in this perfectly lit stairwell, go down to where the platform appears and enter the doorway that's at the platform. It's the realm of focus. And enter it like you're walking into this space. And you'll, in front of you, see appear a holographic image of you, the most exquisitely advanced you can imagine. Perfect, beautiful, completely aligned, wise, experienced, present. And imagine as you witness them walking in like Iron Man does and embody them like you're putting a suit on. And just walk in and take your breath as the holographic image. And notice the association between the you as awareness that's walking into them and taking it on, and the presence of the holographic image coming alive. And notice all of the centers, the chakras or the 7 centers of the endocrine system, the musculature, the musculoskeletal system. Feel the body and then wake the mind up. Now, there are 3 brains in my model, according to ancient wisdom. There's the cognitive brain, to switch it on, the thinking brain, the one that deals with everyday world, logic, analysis, calibration. And then to switch it on and imagine that switching on and lighting up this neurological dance, this exquisite light show. And then wake up the heart brain, the inspiration, passion, compassion, love, sensory connection, feeling, and light that up. And allow the 2 brains in that sense to start to talk. And then go to the gut brain, the solar plexus, the relationship between the conscious and the unconscious, the conversation between the ganglionic mass of the conscious mind talking with the unconscious, solar as in the infinite, and plexus, the ganglionic mass of neural pathways talking between the conscious and unconscious. And that is your intuition, your connection to the deep knowing. And then allow the 3 brains to open up a conversation. This neuroelectrical environment of intelligence talking. Each of the brains has a purpose and an awareness. The cognitive brain to deal with the 3-dimensional immediate physical world, and logic, analysis, good decisions, practice, discipline. And then the heart brain to bring it alive, to make it magical, to make it fucking inspirational. And then come to the gut, the deep knowing, the sense of knowing. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it right for me? And then allow them to be awake. And as you do that, just breathe in your gentle breath. And then imagine turning around and putting up a screen as you breathe of the future this week, like an image of this week in the 3-dimensional physical world, the world you facilitate, and see it before you. And then imagine now transporting yourself at the speed of thought in through the screen and into that realm of now. And as you do, sit there and be aware of it like you're looking through that telescope with awareness. You're looking at it with awareness. And you know that you're the master, the puppet master, you're the alchemist, you're Merlin, you're the goddess, you're the beautiful facilitator, the magician, the master player in your field, in your work, in your life that you've become. And then just look at it and look at this week, only this week. And just allow the links to the bigger picture, which is bigger than this week, to be made, but just bring the focus to this week. All you got to do is facilitate this week, today, tomorrow, in increments of the 7 days. And as you think of it in a more esoteric way, think of the 7 days, think of the 7 colors of light, that the chakras are each color of that rainbow, then the 7 sounds, the orchestra, the sound, the auditory of the scale of music, and just notice the magic of 7. And then as you do that, just go and wake those up. Insight, awareness. And then as you do, just imagine as you look around, what's the first thing you're going to do today that initiates, if you haven't already, that initiates this intention. There is no not having it. There is no not achieving it. It is just done because you've chosen. And your only thing in the way is where you lose focus. So choose to be absolutely present. And as you do that, just walk into the week, walk all the way through, walk out to the next Monday, and then look around and notice the result. And notice how it feels. Notice what it's like to be inside the experience of the result as you look around. And it's perhaps even better than you imagined. And look around and just notice that you're causing it. You're causing the result. You're responding at cause. And then bring your awareness into now, back into the chair, as the holographic image in relationship with the idea of you, your name, your body, the world around you. And look around the room you're in. And as you look around the room you're in, just notice, or the car, or wherever you are, just notice there's no drama in the room. There's no problems in the room. It is just space and things. And just notice that if whatever was difficult is your idea of it, and the room's empty, notice that, and then come back to you looking at it.
So being very conscious of managing my state, turning up with calmness and with confidence, and dealing with things in a non-emotional way.
Still, yeah. It reminds me, just as a closing for everybody, the story of Geshe Michael Roach, who wrote The Diamond Cutter, was the first sort of Westerner to go through the Buddhist PhD of becoming a Geshe, 21 years. And Michael's story, I always remember being when he got to that level. And he had been originally like a Harvard graduate, business school, economics, MBA, all that, bright and shining boy. And then he had chosen a spiritual pathway, hell of a thing. And off he went. And at the end of that study where he became a Geshe, he was influenced to go back into the US, to New York, and to enter a business of some kind without saying his Buddhist background, and then apply the principles of it and then write about it, which became the Diamond Cutter. So, but the part of it that's fascinating is Michael got back after being meditating on the mountain with flutes and a lovely trickling little brook, and how easy it is to be up there in the flowing robes of silence in the Himalayas. And then coming back, and within the first weekend, staying with his mother, he threw his first tantrum. And he talked about it's so easy to be still in the ideal environment. It's not so easy on the Story Bridge in a traffic jam. It's not so easy when you're late for a meeting. It's not so easy when you don't feel so well. It's not so easy when you haven't had a good sleep. It's not so easy when someone's being or appearing unreasonable. But that's the practice, is to stay still, is to learn to manage the state in the storm when it's impossibly difficult and you're being triggered like you wouldn't believe. We all know what it's like. And it's such a journey to learn to hold that stillness and respond in stillness when the noise is so, well, white noise. So on that note, the practice is learning to shh under the pressures of everyday life. And as we increase our dream, our vision, our business, our world, we set up a whole new set of obstacles because we're being pushed to become more. And therefore the obstacles turn up and push us off balance. The practice is to learn to be balanced as we evolve. On that note, have a most amazing week. Does anybody need anything? All is good. Have an amazing week. Go play, everybody. Call if you need me. Blessings and light.
Thank you.